Mhm. So the story that I brought you today is one that happened to me in the EIC, and it's called Doomed to Watch. Another 9-day seminar. A participant, let's call him Robert, asked me to do an individual session with him. His topic: he yearns for connection with his 30 years old son. Contact is very rare. And every time they meet, it's exhausting, like a dance on very thin ice. Each word carries the potential to be misunderstood, while he is so longing for real contact. I ask when they started, and he replies, "Our relationship is like this since my wife, his mother, died of cancer a few years ago. In the end, we were all with her, supporting her and each other. Everyone except for my son. He has remained absent for the final 3 weeks. I wonder what that evoked in the father. Maybe some resentment or disappointment." And he says, "No, it's more like we were not complete. There is something missing. And I have a hard time finding the right word for this feeling. It's like incomplete comes closest. There is no accusation, no anger. He just wants to understand why." So I offer him to step into the role of his son. He agrees, but first wants to share something important, and that is how much he really appreciates his son. Even stronger than that, he admires him. When his son was 17 years old, a friend of the father, who was a surgeon, took his son to a surgery. And when the son came home that day, he said, "I want to become a surgeon." And from that moment on, he went straight to this target. And he succeeded. Today, he is a surgeon. I am so proud of him, Father ends. Now he's ready for the role play. I slide into the role of his son and I say, "Okay, Father, what do you want to know from me? I am here to tell you my whole truth." "Why weren't you there when your mother died?" What a question. Okay. I couldn't bear it. It hurt so bad. I couldn't stand it no longer. I couldn't stand no longer to watch her diminish and getting less and fade away. And the worst of it all was me, unable to help her. Me being so helpless. Me having this degree in medicine to perform miracles and make people healthy. And I was reduced to just an observer, unable to do anything more than observing how nobody, absolutely nobody, could help my mother. It was so unfair. I was so furious at the world. My worldview was shattered, and this is the reason why I stayed away, because it hurt so much. Father cries. He cries for a long time, and I am with him. It's okay that he cries. And finally he says, now I understand. It was so awful for all of us. And the best way you could manage this situation was to stay away. Yes. I know that all of you were present until the end. I also know that you really wanted me there, but I just couldn't do it. And Father says, it's okay. I understand it now. And more tears appear. Many tears. And they are welcome in this precious, sacred space. All the tears that wanted to be cried out are welcome. And finally, Father says, you know, I really would like to have more contact with you. And as a son, I respond, but you know, you are so different from me. You are so sensitive and understanding and empathic and soft and nice. And this is so far away from my concept of life. For me, it's all about being clear. I know what I want and then I go for it like a man, you know? I love the thrill of the risk, and I fancy a beer now and then. And all these talking stuff that you're doing and this understanding each other, that's just not my way. That doesn't serve me at all. I look at him, and in that moment, magic happens, and a major turnaround in the Father happens. The full 180 degrees. The Father adjusts his posture. He straightens his back and is now sitting upright, showing his full size, and it's a huge man. Phew. Also, his tone of voice changed now. He sounds utterly determined and crystal clear. He appears completely confident while saying, hey, let's have a beer together, shall we? Absolutely, yes. And my learnings as Gundi, if you want to have connection, if you want to be in contact with somebody, then it helps to meet the other in his own world. Instead of expecting the other to meet you in your world.